Well, good morning, everybody. It's LeeAnn with today's live video. Every Tuesday, 11 a.m. Central Time is when I host a live video. So some of you might be wondering, why aren't I on the Mexico trip? Because I did earn it, but a few health issues with my husband, and we just decided to cash out. So we are not in Mexico, and it's kind of sad because I'll miss our friends that we see and the fun, and Stampin' Up! Does such a wonderful job of pampering us on the incentive trips, so it's pretty cool. I am supposed to say anytime you mention an incentive trip that you earned, we're supposed to say less than 1% of demonstrators earn these trips. So that's kind of a thing that direct sales is required to claim these days. So it's a legal issue. All right, I can see I'm live. Oh, my throat is feeling dry. I hope I don't start doing that. Okay, I don't see anybody on yet. Let me make sure that... Okay, there we go. Now I see you. Hello, gals. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate that. And Carol already shared. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, I have new product to share today in many ways and sorts of products. So, all right, we're going to get started with, I'm just going to go right into the inventory status report because good news, the Heartfelt Punch is back. And so are the shiny sequins from the Zinnia suite. So we've been waiting for those for, I think, a month or two. So yeah, it's been a while. So these are the rest of the items that are not available. I believe the only thing so far that is not available when this catalog goes live tomorrow is the in color resin dots. So far, that's all they're mentioning that is not going to be available for ordering May 1st, because this starts tomorrow. So exciting. I know some of you who are not demonstrators are like, yes, got to get my hands on the new stuff and maybe the new colors. So that is always very exciting when a catalog goes live. Okay, I'm going to get into door prizes before I get too distracted with what I'm going to share. All right, last week we said, or I said, that the person who shares will get the designer paper in color, retiring in colors, and a couple spools of twine. And then somebody who shared will get the At the Pond. It was a host set, I believe. Yeah, host. From, I don't know, maybe last catalog. I'm not sure. But I don't think they're on yet. Sorry to tell you. But the winners are Linda Schilling and Peggy Barth. So congratulations, gals. I will be sending those to you. I might need addresses. I will check and see if I have current addresses. But if you're watching, let me know what your current address is. You know, when snowbirds are coming back or going or whatever, addresses can change. So I never assume I have the correct address for anybody because people move. So the prizes for today for sharing is the pastel adhesive back sequins, and these are reduced price right now on the last chance list. So, but this is my prize for commenting. And then for sharing, and this is another thing that's on the last chance list, and I happen to have some extras. So it is a pack of cards and envelopes. These are the beautiful balloon cards and envelopes. I think there's some that are just pink and some that are colored. So there's the envelopes. I think there's 10 of each. And then I think this is a half a pack of the 3x4s and the 4x6s. And it does include 2 sheets of die cut adhesive stickers. So, or adhesive die cuts. So that is the prize for sharing this video. So it makes awesome cards. In fact, I shared these last week because I just love these memories and more cards. I'm trying to reach them, they're so far away. Yeah, these are some that I made for a kit last year, I believe. So it just, and I did not use any stamps. These are all from the cards, all the little balloons and whatnot are all from the cards and envelopes. No stamping needed. I think I added twine and rhinestones to make these cards. So yeah, that is the prize for sharing this video. So share in a group with your friends, and then let me know. So, and then also make sure that your settings are set that I can actually message you, because I've had some people earn prizes and I message them and it's like, or I try, and it's like they are not allowing messages. So it's frustrating because I want to give you your prize, but you got to make sure you can accept messages on Facebook in order to win. Okay, so this is the last day of April. The last chance list ends today. So anything from the previous catalog that retired, including the spring and the the annual catalog that ends today, the last chance list will end tonight, I believe midnight. And the clearance rack is still going on. So this catalog starts tomorrow. And tomorrow also starts a starter kit deal. So if you are interested in receiving starter kit products, you may want to consider this, because you get the 5 ink pads, you get an assorted pack of the cardstock, you get a whole pack of the in color 6x6 designer paper, and a set of markers. So 4 things valued at $82 added onto the starter kit free. Now, one thing about the starter kit, I know a lot of you watching here are demonstrators, but you don't have to sell. You do not have to sell or hold events or anything as a demonstrator. You can just enjoy the discount. However, if you want to make a little money, or maybe you have some stamping friends, you may want to consider just offering a get together and handing out catalogs, because in your starter kit you're going to get 8 of these. Now they will not be spiral bound. I'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, for $99 you'll get $207 in product. Now $125 is of your choice. Anything that's current catalog, clearance rack, anything, and then they're adding these 4 big items to your kit absolutely free. Free shipping. Yeah, it's an amazing deal. So if you're interested, let me know. I'd love to add you to my team. Now, the other option, if you don't want to be a demonstrator, you can choose my in color bundle. If you really want the in colors, you'll get the 5 ink pads, which I forgot to bring out, a share of designer paper, a share of the in color cardstock, and 3 inkers, all the ink refills. Now you can substitute if you're one that does not like to get re-inkers, which I really think you should, just so your stamp pads, ink pads can be filled forever. Anyway, you can substitute other products. I am throwing in a free pack of shimmer gems. You also have the option of adding on the 10 blends markers. So when you do that, you'll still get this free, and you'll get a ribbon share free from me, 2 yards of each ribbon. So that's the bonus for adding on the blends markers. Now, everybody who wants one will get an annual catalog spiral bound from me with their in color share. So that's my perk for people who get the in color from me, in color bundle from me. Now this bundle deal only lasts through next Tuesday. So I'll talk about it again next week, but your time will run out. Now I also have a designer paper share happening. So I have 4 different shares. I have the ribbon share, 2 yards of each ribbon for, 2 yards of each ribbon for $9. Then I have the in color bundle without blends, in color bundle with blends. The bundles are $83 and $163 with the blends. So the ribbon add-on is $9 and the paper share is $40 with shipping. So I believe it's something about like 78 sheets of paper, maybe it's 80, I'm not sure. And that includes specialty papers. So those are my new catalog product shares that are happening. Oh, I have to show you. I just opened this up like a half an hour ago. So this is the By Your Side kit. It is the animal kit collection kit. It's It's an online kit. Now, I'll show you what you get. You'll get enough supplies to make 8 cards. Now, they give you, let's take that one 8. You'll get enough animals, 4 sheets of 4 for 16 cards. They're giving you the option of maybe you're a dog person, maybe you're a cat person. So you can do what you want with those and maybe make extra cards. And then you'll get all the pieces, all the little layers. And here's the greeting. And when you punch out, I'll show you, when you punch out the frame, you get these that are not even used. Here are the banners for stamping, and here are the card bases. You get a stamp set. So here's the stamp set. Here's to a true friend. You make my heart happy. We have 2 paws and a bone and a fish. Best friends forever, and I'll always be by your side. You get the stamp set. You get the clear block and these heart adhesive back gems and dimensionals. So that's the product that you'll get. Here, well, plus the envelope. So here's here's a card I made for the cats, cat lover. So, and then here is one I made for a dog lover. So, best friends forever. And they have a little spot on the flap of the envelope for a paw print. And you also get an olive ink spot. So it is an all-inclusive kit. You do not need anything, maybe adhesive. I mean, I used a little bit of this, or you could use liquid glue, but you can just use your dimensionals too. So it's a great kit for anybody, and it doesn't have to be a crafter. It could just be somebody who wants to make some cards, or you want to present a gift. So, oh gosh, I don't remember the price. If it's $21, I can't remember, I'm sorry, but it's in the online store, and I probably don't even have the order number beside me, but it's under Kit Collection in the online store. So I wanted to share that. Okay, let's see. I'll mention again, my annual Stamp and Rummage sale is June 15th. So that's in Minot, North Dakota, and we have many, many, many people who sell items at our sale. So it's big, and we fill up the entire driveway. We fill up my double garage and more. So if you are at all close to mid North Dakota, want to make a road trip, maybe you're in Minnesota, South Dakota, Montana, Canada, we've had people come from miles away. Yeah, oh, thank you. Oh no, Katie, is it really unavailable? God darn, I am sorry to tease you, but it'll be back. I am sorry the animal or the by your side kit is unavailable. Going by what Katie says. I didn't even look. Shoot. Thanks, Katie. Appreciate that information. I didn't even look because it was available last week, I thought. Okay, before I get into what I'm making today, I'm going to share my kits to go for May because I'm done. I finished them this weekend. All right, I am featuring the Unbounded Beauty designer paper. And here are some of the cards. I used the Unbounded Love greetings and some of the dies. So this is one of my favorite new bundles in the annual catalog because look at all those greeting dies. And then the words can make phrases. Look at this fun card. I really like this layout where you angle your paper and then add a greeting across it. And then I just added a little die cut. Now everything you see, you will receive. Everything is punched for you. You get a share of ribbon, you get a share of the little gems. It's hard to kind of spy them. And you get half a pack of designer paper. So it's a 6x12 pack of designer paper. So a couple are fun folds. This is one, and some are just fun ways to use your designer paper that you may not think of. So you get the PDF tutorial. It is $29, I believe, and if you add on either the stamp set or the bundle, I'll give you an extra 10% off. The bundle's 10% off. If you add it on, I'll give you another 10. So it's a way for me to help you out with using the words, the greetings that are in there. So all I used on these is greetings from this stamp set You're going to want the stamp set, honestly, and the bundle. You really will. You need just inks and adhesive and a paper trimmer, because you'll get the whole pack or half a pack of designer paper. In my tutorial, I give you dimensions. So for instance, this is 3x4 and this is 2x4. And so you'll get all the dimensions to cut your designer paper using a paper trimmer. So adhesives, a paper trimmer, and ink and stamped greetings. I do create my kits to go to only need greetings. I do everything else, all the other punching and die cuts for you. So you just have to stamp them. So very easy. Now this next one is fun because I used the Delicate Wings paper pumpkin kit for these cards, and I kind of changed them up. So this is our basic beige card bases. Look at the beautiful envelopes that you get to match. This is Lost Lagoon. I changed them up somewhat to add more cardstock and a few layers. And this one is, this uses the card base from the kit. Oh, I missed cutting that off. I'm going to do it right now. So that's a little gold foil strip that I added to the card. Funny how I missed that, to kind of accent this card. And then the last one is, so you get 12 cards, is this one from the card base from the kit. All the butterflies are from the kit, but I added some ribbons, as you can see, some gems, added some sparkle gems to the kit, and then extra cards and envelopes. So 12 cards, 12 envelopes, and gems, and a ribbon share. So, and then this is a bonus card that I added to the tutorial that you can use with all the leftover pieces. Now this is my own piece, but this is from the kit. Butterflies, this is from the kit. So just an idea for a bonus card to use up your pieces. So this, I believe, is 31 or 32. I can't remember because it has a lot of product. So, so anyway, those are on my flowerbugshop.com. This is while supplies last. I pre-ordered a bunch of these and available while they last. So if you want any of those kits, make sure you go there. Yeah, so you can get the kits while they're available. Now, this is where you can shop. That's my current host code. If you need anything, including new catalog products starting tomorrow. So that's so exciting, so exciting. All right, so I am featuring the In the Grove bundle today. So it doesn't have many, it's only got 5 images, kind of a ground, mountain, trees, could be little flowers or greenery, and then a fox. My granddaughter was very excited to see that because she has a love for foxes for some reason. And then these dies are also included in the kit. So there's the fox, you get a little squirrel, a bunny, the trees, and the mountains, and all kinds of dies. Now I'm not using all the dies today, but this first card has a lot of technique to it. So I also am using on this first card, Greetings from the Thoughtful Wishes stamp set. And this is another brand new one. So let's get started. Okay, I have a lot of inks. So Balmy Blue, Shaded Spruce, Shy Shamrock, and Smoky Slate. Tons of inks for this card. Now I actually made this card for a swap. So as you can see, it has some ink resist techniques here. So I created kind of a, I love making scenes. That is kind of my jam. I mean, I'm kind of a flower girl, flower bug, and I just really enjoy making scenes. So for the swap, it was required to use a new in color. That was the theme of the swap. I think it was the advisory board swap that I was in. So I chose, because I wanted to use the stamp set, I'm like, well, I'm going to use green. So for some reason, I went with Smoky Slate as my card base. I wanted a real nice neutral. And let's see. So on my white card layer, you can kind of see I did pre-do this. Oh, maybe you can't. I heat embossed the clouds. Now, oh, hang on, I have to get the stamp set that the clouds are from. I forgot about that. They are from the Under the Moon, which was a big favorite of mine. Under the Moon stamp set. So I used this image right there. There are 2 clouds. But yeah, I wanted clouds. So that's that. All right, let's get started. Okay, we are going to start with the mountains. Now, when you have a big image like this, you can see it does not fit. So I call it traveling. So I'm going to ink and kind of travel on this. Ink it up. You can do it upside down too. That's just fine. In fact, sometimes it's easier. All right, so I want to go slightly below my clouds that I already heat embossed. So stamp. All right, and that's it for the smoky slate. We are done with that one. Next, we're going to do the ground, and I'm going to use the Shy Shamrock. And again, ink that up. Let me just test that. Yeah, that's okay. I don't have to stamp off. I was going to. So this is going to go kind of over or up to the mountains. And one more time. And I want to actually fill it in really solid and pretty dark. Oops. Okay. Oh, I think that's it for that one. All right, next we'll do some trees. As you can see, it's so fun to use a scene builder set. Especially when they make the stamps so easy. This is shaded spruce. So I wanted a really dark trees in the foreground. And I like to alternate the heights of the trees. And I also want to fill in this bottom very dark. I don't know why. I just wanted it very dark. And that's it. That's pretty much the scene except for the sky. All right, so we will get our balmy blue. I just remembered I inked this, so it's going to be a little bit dark. So we'll see. So start off the paper, and lighter is better, right? So, and you're gonna, I didn't even mask this, the mountains. I didn't feel like I needed to. You just get onto them slightly because you're using such a light amount of ink that you really don't need to. Now you're thinking, well, I don't know where your clouds aren't going to show up anymore because you're putting blue ink on them. But I have a plan for that. And you don't want to get your ink when you're rubbing in anything because it could pick up. So I'm kind of trying to stay away from my previously inked areas. Okay, I think I'll stop now. Some of that ink has stuck to the clouds. So what you want to do is take a tissue and wet it slightly, and I mean just lightly, just with your spritzer, and then you wipe off because that'll remove it from the white clouds, any of that water-based ink, and it does have to be water-based ink. So hopefully you can kind of see that. It's a very subtle background, very subtle, not very strong. Okay, so there's lots of little details to this. Now this has some glue on it because I've got a cat hair, of course, because I was making swaps and I think I added glue to too many. So we'll just get pretty close here because this is a very small layer on here. Oh, no, that's okay. I'll show you this ribbon thing that I have up in the corner. And if you don't want to touch it too much, you think it's wet ink, you may want to turn it over in a clean spot. on your grid paper or your surface. And because I use the liquid glue, I can slide a little bit. I kind of finagle that cardstock so it moves. Okay, there's our layer. Now you notice this little kind of accent. I just wanted some balance to the card. So here's the weight, and if you add something up, it balances the weight of the feel of the card. So this little die cut is from, I thought I got those out too. Oh yeah, the Unbounded Love. That's why. It's from the Unbounded Love dies right here. And I thought that was kind of a neat little accent. So what I'm going to do is glue that. Just add glue to half. Put that up, and now I could have done it just on the white like that card, but I didn't remember. So it's going to go all the way to the edge. And then you simply turn it over without it moving, and I just want to make sure it is actually, yeah, that looks pretty even. Trim that off. You can use the other half on the other card if you want. Then I added a little fold of the Shy Shamrock ribbon. So you could use mini glue dots. This is my Seal Plus that I prefer. And when I do that, I'm not going to put the ends meeting because that adds bulk. It adds even a firm bulk to it. So I'm not going to have the ends even. And then just, well, you know what? I'm going to get this out so I can see how far. Just want a little sneak of ribbon there. Okay, now we can add the whole thing, and I think I will use my Seal Plus because I can go right over that ribbon. By the way, I love the Seal Plus more than the regular seal. If you're going to get a tape runner, it breaks up. I wonder if I can show that. Maybe I can show it on here. If I can get that in close enough to focus, it shows little lines there. I think, I don't know. It shows little lines. Gosh, it's so hard to get close up and get the reflection at the same time. Kind of waiting for the camera to catch up to me. I guess it's not going to do it. But anyway, it breaks up so you can put little tiny lines in it. There's none of that stretch on it. Okay, so we will add dimensionals to the back of the tree. I stamped these and die cut them ahead of time. The die does match the trees. And then we will add a dimensional to just this end here because this end will be on the tree and then it will be even. Oh, I guess I have to take that off. Okay, so, and lastly, we will add a shimmer gem. These are the gems that match the end colors. You can see I've used a lot of them. Okay. All right, there we go. That's the card. So yeah, lots of technique. It's technique driven. But just a pretty scene. I love creating scenes. They're just fun. Oh, and then the inside. Oh, I forgot to stamp my trees. I think I'll do that really quick. Won't take long. Just adding a little something to the inside of your card. Oops, let's get that on an even surface. I don't like stamping unless it's nice and even. And I also don't want to have any white showing at the bottom here, so I tend to stamp low. And you can keep going if you want to. Isn't that fun? Okay, that's shaded spruce, smoky slate, shaded spruce, and Shy Shamrock with a little bit of balmy blue in there. So scenic cards tend to be great cards for guys. I mean, don't we tend to go with animals or tools or nature when you're doing guy cards? So that's kind of a fallback, it seems. All right, so that's that card. Now the next one. Oh boy, super, super simple. And oh, somebody's at the door, but we'll see if they come in. All right, so I am using the Thoughtful Journey designer paper, and oh god, some of this is not facing the right way, so I don't even have all of it here. I just have because I use a bunch for swaps. So yeah, isn't it gorgeous? I mean, it's that watercolory design that yeah, super pretty. So I will show you the simple card that I made. Here is the card. So you can see that I used this die cut right here in white. Okay, very, very simple. And I have, oh, I forgot to mention that. For the last card, I will have a project sheet next week, usually Monday, Tuesday. And for this card, I also will have a project sheet. So it gives you the dimensions and the directions for these cards. So yeah, these are all posted on my blog at flowerbug.net. So you can always go back. I don't post them the day I do the video. I usually do Monday, Tuesday on my blog at flowerbug.net. Okay, so where are my pieces? Oh, and here's another one. So you can see, you can just use just about any designer paper. And I just got this swap in too, but for the mountain scene here. She used the trees, mountains in another color below. So this is the new basic beige and the ribbon too that she used for this swap. So yeah, pretty cool. All right, so let's get to, it's such an easy card. Okay. All right, I used Misty Moonlight here. So cut this out. Now I do have so when you're looking at this card, do you see any like discrepancies, like, oh, you know, I would change that or whatever. So it's a little uneven, but until I pointed it out, did you notice it? Did you really notice it? So this one right here, again, a little bit uneven on the side. I'm like, I'm not going to waste that card. I can either trim this off or make it even, but you know, really, are you going to notice it? So I believe that a few imperfections in a handmade card is just fine. I'm not going to sweat that small stuff. I'd rather send a card than send no card. Okay, so a little bit, and I tend to use small, and I use my tip to smear the glue so it doesn't leak out. So big globs or dots can sometimes leak out. So I tend to push the glue with my tip, just so they're not big globs. Is that a word? So now I did cut my designer paper slightly smaller than, gotta move that up a little bit, than my die cut. Easy peasy, right? Okay, so my card base, very simple. Today I did not do any fun folds at all. But isn't that just beautiful? I can trim that up, but you know, that does not bother me. It does, oh, I can see, well, I'm gonna have to trim that. I can see I left a little bit here, but you can't see it anywhere else. So I'm just gonna angle my scissors, not get the white die cut, and trim that little discrepancy off. I did not notice that. Okay, yeah, the rest is fine. So what an easy card, just one die cut. And surprisingly, sometimes dies can be a little bit hard to remove the excess. This came right out because I think I did like, I don't know, 15 of them. So it was pretty easy. And I did heat emboss this, and I think I'll add it right there with a few dimensionals. As you can see, this is like a pretty easy card. There we go. and add that right there. So the edge is even, and I didn't bring my sequins, so I'll have to add those later. And you know, I am not going to add this because this one is perfect to add some of the trees, but I want to use Misty Moonlight ink and I didn't bring it over. So I'm going to add a few lines of stamped off trees to the bottom of this. I don't think I did it on the inside of these. No, I didn't, because they don't have mountains. So, but yeah, this one is going to be perfect to add mountains to. So aren't they beautiful? So simple. This designer paper is going to be a favorite of many. So this will be likely my kit to go in June. I will feature this paper. Hopefully it'll still be available and not sell out because it is gorgeous. So that'll be a June kit to go, including half a pack of the 6x6 paper. But if you do a paper share, you will get one of each sheet, 10 of these in my paper share. So that's an option as well. All right, so I will stamp that later with the trees. And, you know, I think that's it. I think that's all I have. I shared a ton of things. If you just join me, project sheets will be on my blog at flowerbug.net next Monday, Tuesday, sometimes Wednesday, but there's a whole category with all of my project sheets. Now remember, tomorrow starts the starter kit special. So anybody who wants to enjoy the discount, get free in color stuff for $82 value. That's before tax and shipping, by the way. It's an awesome deal. I would love to have you join my team. We have a good time. We have an awesome group, and you get all of my tutorials that I do, sometimes 3, 4, and 5 big tutorials every month. So that's a perk of being a flower bug. That's the name of my team. All right, thanks so much, and happy shopping tomorrow from the new catalog. It'll be so good. Those of you who are not demonstrators can start ordering, and hey, if you want to be a hobby demonstrator or a little bit of business demonstrator, I'd love to help you out and have you enjoy the discount as long as you wish. That it's all up to you what you do with it. All right, thanks so much, everybody. Have a great week, and stamp something and send something. Send some cards. Let people know you're thinking of them. All right, take care. Have a great week. Bye-bye.